We're live. Whoa, my camera got blurry. Is it me? I don't know. Okay, look. It's super cool because we got Sully and Stelly and Stahl, and we got Kronkowski even. Frank's here. And holy smokes, what's going on there? And he's going to join us via chat. He can't be audio video right now. Wow. So the 2024 Illinois State Championship Open Doubles Final featured Sullivan Rue and Isabel Stelly and Frank Kronkowski and Mike Stahl. I have not seen this match yet, and we put this thing together at the last minute. As soon as I found out that Stelly and Sully won that match, it already started going around the horn that it was the first time it had ever been accomplished that two women had won an open doubles championship of any type of state championship. And so I wanted to make sure that that was factual. So I reached out to Cindy Head, and I reached out to Steve Murray, and I reached out to Arthur Mitchell. I reached out to a few others, and I wanted to validate that first because in my history, which is, it started in I started playing in 89. That had never been done. And so, but I wanted to make sure. And then when Cindy got back to me, it became very, very clear it had never been done. Cindy's like, look, I've won 3 state championships, all with a male goalie. I've taken numerous 7s and 9s, and she starts giving me her accolades. She took second in a car playoff with a woman. That's second place. But she's very, honest. I've never won an open doubles state championship with a woman, with 2 women on the same team. And she's played and won more than anyone else. And so it's incredibly historic, and it's relevant, and it's an absolute milestone. And so I needed to get them in here. There's people online asking for them to analyze and talk about this match. So I got them all rounded up. We're going to get into it right away. I want to make sure people know what we're supporting here. We're supporting Foosball Clubs USA. Check out that QR code. We are supporting the Great Lakes Classic that's coming up in Lansing, Michigan. You saw the background. I'm gonna try to be quiet. I might try to guide the conversation, but we have a lot of people. So let's bring in the champions. Hello.
Hey.
I appreciate you guys joining me. This got all put together in 36 hours, maybe. Right?
Yeah, really.
You guys look amazing. Are you in Sully's house right now? Is that where you guys are?
Yes, drove here.
So we have a short window, and I got to bring Mike in because Mike's sitting there too. Let's say hi to Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Dude, and what is that back there? Is that a tornado? And is that what the hell? What do you got back there? I can't even see the other table.
So at my house, I've got the 2 tornadoes down in the basement. This is kind of like my Foos dojo. And then I've got a Bonzini, a Leo, and a Garlando upstairs.
Dude, that's like living. That's living foosball right there, man. That's super cool. We got Kronkowski on standby. I'm gonna pull the matchup in 10 seconds, and because I want to be respectful of time. It's an hour-long match, and we're probably going to be doing this for no longer than 1 hour or as close to it as we can. But just trying to set the stage, okay? We got an open doubles final, and Mike, how many open doubles state championship finals have you been in?
So this year, that was my second. I made the final at the South Dakota States. Mm-hmm. Beat a couple master teams, and this would be my second one this year.
Let me bring in okay, you two. How many open double state championship finals have you been in?
I've been in 2 before this.
This is my first one.
It's your first one? Oh, okay. Izzy's adding 1,000. Sully, who did you and this is obviously the first one you've won, or the first one you've won with a woman?
First one I've won. So okay. I played my dad, which was a huge deal at the time, and I lost 8-7. I had a shot to double dip them. And then the next year, Brandon and Dewey with Michael Bates again at Mississippi State took second. And then me and Cody took third at the Texas tournament, not this past one, but the year before, which was also a big deal. That was But yeah.
And we got Kronk in chat. Hey, Kronk, I know you can't speak out loud, but how many state championships have you played in, and how many have you won, brother? If you could open state finals, I won about 12 of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people don't there was someone online. I won't say his name is a California guy. He's like, who are these guys? I'm like, dude, I know who Frank Kronkowski is. You should know who Frank Kronkowski is. So
dude, he's a Midwest legend.
Yes, for sure. Frank, how many of those were those all on Dynamo, or those spread out between Dynamo and Tornado?
They're mostly on Tornado. I know that. I know he made the finals. I'll let him speak for himself, but
both.
Looks like both. But the Illinois State Championships, I think he's been in the finals of open doubles there numerous times. And so before the finals, he said, "Listen, kid, I've made the finals at this tournament, this many times." He's like, "Let's try to win this one."
Man, that is so cool. Anyone who tries to undermine the quality of competitors, he won it 3 times, always. 3 times, always second.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that shows how difficult it is. It's very difficult to win a state doubles championship. And I was saying that anyone who tries to undermine the quality of competition, you guys played Brandon, who's a world champion and a tour champion multi-times over. Paul Smith, who's an absolute beast on the foosball table. You played Michael, you played Kronkowski. I didn't see the full bracket, but Mike, who did you guys play on your side of the bracket?
We played the first round. We had, I think we played some experts, and then the second round, I think we played some pro team.
Mm-hmm.
And the pro team was good. Like, this dude's 5-bar was like master level, but Frank just kept him from scoring. And I think we won like 6 straight games. And Frank probably remembers too. But then we played one of the best teams in the Midwest. We played Balza and Rushing, and they're a really great team. I think we beat them in 4. We had a shot in 3, but we beat them in 4. And so the ladies were our toughest match that we had. We had a pretty good bracket. I think Kevin lost to Jason Binder. So we didn't actually have to play Kevin on our side of the bracket, but we were playing good ball. So, I mean, I'm happy how it kind of ended up.
Well, we're going to bring the match in, and like I said, I want to be quiet. I'm going to guide more than anything. Here we are. We're getting rolling. You guys are getting settled in. I might pause it a little bit to talk about stuff. Right now, let's just start talking. Sully and Stelly, what was your strategy coming into the match?
Honestly, just playing exactly how we had been playing, because we've been pretty on fire. Just keeping the ball forward, keep it moving forward, putting the pressure on.
Stelly, go ahead.
We came out of a big match against Brandon. We were down, I think it was the 4th game?
Yeah, we were down the 4th game.
4th game. We were down like 5-2, and we came back 4-2. Sorry, 4-2, and we came back from that, and then we won the 5th one.
Yep,
that was
crazy.
Yeah,
because they had shots to beat us, and we somehow came back and brought it to a 5th.
So we're just trying to play like that again.
Yep,
all our matches were
pretty intense.
Yeah.
We
played Joe Rhodes too before that.
Yeah, we did play Joe Rhodes
before we played Paul and them, and that was another one that was a good match.
Yeah.
I watched part of the Joe Rhodes match. You guys, I think, had him down pretty considerably. Did it look like a 3 straight?
I think it was.
Game?
Yeah, I think it was 3 straight.
Yeah.
Kronk said she was not the same Sully I had in my notebook.
Well, Kronk, was she 2 feet shorter? Was it? How old was your notebook, man?
So, to kind of speak for Frank a little bit, me and Frank, he's been a really good friend of mine for a long time, and suddenly different since Texas. Yeah. So Frank is one of the most analytical players, I think, on tour, period. I don't know any other person who has a book and a profile on everyone who is relevant. But Frank does. And so that's one of the advantages that I got to, playing with him, is that, I'm kind of as you can see, sometimes I'm just, can be on autopilot sometimes, and sometimes maybe make some decisions that aren't the smartest. And Frank is a cerebral player. So he puts me in that mindset of, all right, how are we going to win this chess match? So he gave me the profile on both you guys. And of course, I've watched and played against you guys a little bit this year. Stelly, we've had some battles. I haven't played Stelly too much, but I did not expect you to go wall so much on your 5-bar. That was, for me, and it wasn't even like, like you have a hard pass, but you went smoothie wall. You didn't even go like hard wall. And so it was just, I think that you saw some weakness in my defense. I'm a little jumpy to the wall, into the lane, and I think that you could key in on that wall really well, and hitting it smooth like you did. Like, it was just brilliant. Like, I've watched the match 3 times now, and I just know my opportunities as a player. I kind of swat to the lane and then I kind of go hard to the wall. And so a player who does that, you can, if you're really careful and smart, you can pick out holes in the 5, and you did.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, we played each other. So it's not that your defense wasn't good. It's just that it was used to blocking what I always do. So I knew I had to change something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He said he has to play chess as a goalie.
Yeah, Frank said he has to play chess as a goalie. All right, we got to talk about this for a second. Sully, you're known for a 3-second read, and it's like, or less, and it's like lane pass, a middleman stick, or a wall pass. I just noticed you do like a little like brushy down kind of thing, and Mike's talking about an off-speed wall pass I haven't seen yet. I'm sure I'm going to see it. You've been playing, when you play as long as you've been playing since childhood, things become intuitive. No one wants to call you a guesser, right? Because your percentages are so high. Yeah. How much of it is a feel? How much of it is I'm feeling that this lane's going to be open, or I see he's on the wall, I know he's not going to react fast enough, and then how much is it are you playing off Mike's speed? Okay, he moves fast. I think the off speed wall is going to be there. What's going on?
It usually I am just feel, and not like guessing, but I just kind of, maybe it's just because I've been playing forever. It's like I have a feeling that this is going to happen or they're going to move. Well, for him, yeah, exactly. Him too. I mean, he's been playing forever. But I tested it out a few times, the slower chop wall, because it is slower and he's fast. So it was a risk to take, but it kept working. And I have a hard time doing the same thing over and over, even though it keeps working, because you're like, oh, they're going to know this time or they're. But this time I was like, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And that's kind of what I went off on this match, just to keep doing the same thing.
I'm going to push this question to Stelly in a second, but I want to tell you why that's relevant. I know a very high-level master. I won't say his name. One of his theories is he will not go lane pass 5 times in a row. They won't do it. So I'm going to just sit there and block the lane, and then I'm going to get one. The people that feed and play off that repetition thing, and like Lafredo's another example. This is different. He's a different master. Lafredo will just do something 150 times in a row. He just say, if you don't see this straight, I'm not going to guess when you're going to realize the straight isn't being blocked. So Lafredo's one who will prey on. He doesn't know if it's a weakness. He doesn't know if you're stupid. He's like, all right, I'll just keep doing it over and over and see you get with it. But Stelly, I want to talk to you because you block when you get on runs blocking Sullivan's 5-bar. It's very, very impressive. Now you guys have this thing. We talked about it during the Open Doubles World Series, where you guys play each other so much, you get a familiarity. It gets weird, right? Do you have a read on Sullivan's 5-bar, or do you just see the repetition? I mean, how is it when you get on a roll on her 5-bar? What is it?
You don't have to say what it is, but
no, it's not even like that. It's we play each other a lot, and we have like similar timings of different stuff. So it's more like that. Like
yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same. Like if I get on her a bit, it's just a feeling.
But it's like when we play each other, it's like we also have to play not different games, but do stuff differently. Like I know I can't do all the same stuff that I normally do on every other player. Like the first time I play or different stuff, it's like I have to change some things, change some timings, either faster. It just depends.
Okay, Mike, you guys are up 4-3 in this first match. I've been 4-4. Is that what I'm blind, dude?
Yeah.
Blind.
You're good. They just scored. So they made a few blocks. We ended up getting a point, and then Sully got it and scored it to close out the first game.
Check out what Frank Kronkowski said. Let's read it. I'm going to read it. My problem with Sullivan is usually an 8-second read on the 3 and only quick shoots after being blocked twice. This time she did 3-second reads. Often it was a nightmare. It's pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Some stuff that he would tell me about my game, it was really impressive that he even noticed, because I don't even notice,
Frank is that guy. He's really analytical. Leading up to this tournament, we talked about my game a lot, and he gave me some thing. Same thing. Like I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. Like he's very, very, very good about observing and keeping notes.
So this is game 2. You guys are up 1-0. Did you pass and score to close that first game, Sully?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike, What's going on right now? Stay focused. What's happening?
So the goal was to get the first game to put the pressure on the ladies. I knew that if we did, they would feel it a little bit more. I mean, who wouldn't? So that was my personal goal. We didn't get it. So I was a little bit more motivated to win this next one. I would say, like, I felt like we had to have it, and if we didn't, there's no way we're winning. So, and by the way, full disclosure, like, I don't look at these two as just, lady players, and I don't even have that. I lost that when I was like 16. I played Maggie Strong and someone else, I forget who she was playing with, at nationals, and I was playing with Don Chalifo. It's funny because he's a Chicago guy, runs this tournament. And I went and stayed with him for the summer, and we trained and trained and trained, and we were going to play elite doubles at nationals. Well, we got 3-straighted by 2 girls the first round. And after that, I realized it don't matter who it is. It could be girls. It doesn't matter. I mean, and I knew going into this, there was a healthy respect and that we may not walk out champions. And so I played them as hard as I could. And I had total respect for them. And I think that's why it went down to the wire.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point, Frank Kronkowski allegedly is going to start realizing he's not in the situation he wanted to be in, blocking Sullivan. If I'm reading his messages here, he thinks he knows what he's into, and he doesn't know what he's into yet. Right?
It was cool to shoot the pole shot. So for some reason, I just wasn't reading the snake this weekend that well.
Yeah.
And I've been shooting the pole shot a lot, so it was really fun to be able to shoot that in an open final.
Yeah, it looked good too.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about that, man. So, like, you obviously it went down to the wire. Mm-hmm. Is there a part of you that thought that you should switch to your snake at some point?
So early, I started with it, and then I got blocked like 4 times in a row, and I just said, you know what? We're down 2-1. I'm going to switch. I think Frank passed me straight down the lane pass to my near guy, and I caught it, set right into a pole set, and just kind of felt comfortable doing that. I really think that I picked too many 1-inch, like the cutback 1-inch, like the tuck.
Right there.
I probably could have mixed it in with some rolling straights, especially when Stelly went back there, because I felt like the read was there, but I just wasn't. I wasn't going for it like I could have.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I don't think that I have like a ton of regrets in this match. I think that we both played really good, and maybe could have mixed it up a little bit better on the 3-bar. If I had to have one thing, it'd probably be that. And my 5 just got shredded. Like, I felt like I got maybe 2 blocks the whole match, and that's a big credit to how she was passing, not necessarily my defense.
So you shot a short split, and she blocked it. You got it back. You shot a slinger, which I love when you hit it because it's one of the fastest and nastiest things. She blocks you, calls a timeout.
Yeah, which was smart.
Stelly, why did you call that timeout right there?
I think we needed to just like slow down for a second. I kept getting blocked, so I just need to like slow everything down. And I know sometimes people do stuff like by habit. Like sometimes I do stuff and I'm like, dang, that was stupid. I should have like set it up and really that shot. And I wasn't trying to be mean in any way. I was just like calling time out and just like making people think about it and like.
Yeah. I like it. You want him to think about it. Hey, Mike, why don't you? Hey, Master Stahl, you shot that slingshot. Why don't you sit down and think about it for a minute?
All the time. I'm like, why did I did something in me and Stelly's singles match? I shot like a pool gig, and it was like 3-3, and I was like, oh really? I like auto did it. Yeah. I was like, I can't believe I did that.
No. So here's what I'll tell you that if you get most of the time the belief is if you think about using a timeout, you should use it. Yeah. You're just going to regret it if you do something stupid. You might as well just use it. Kronkowski says Stelly does her timeouts fast and mean.
True.
I'm not a mean person.
No, she's not mean. Yeah, I just said that. I just said that how she does timeout and wipes the table, and he said she marks the table.
In a match, I like always use the timeout, so I'm like, come on, think about it.
She's not mean though.
Don't be all sweet. I know you guys are mean as hell. It's all right. You know what's going on.
Only when we play.
It's funny.
Someone told me that by the end of the match, there was 27 blocks on both sides.
Jesus.
It was sick, dude.
Yeah. And your defense, Stelly, like, I know I've really praised Sullivan for her play in this match, and like we should, because she played amazing. But you played insane, dude, back in the nets, and you made some really crucial blocks. And I think ultimately that was the difference. I'd be curious what the possession count was. I mean, if 27 blocks on both sides, it's got to be pretty close in the 5-bar. But I'd be curious to look at the stats at this one to see maybe what was the true difference, because when it's tight like this, it's hard to tell. But with stats, it might actually tell the story.
It's a fallacy. Anyone that thinks that someone could win a doubles championship by themselves, like a forward only, is a complete fallacy.
Yeah.
Because if you lifted your min up in the back, if the goalie lifted their min up in the back, you would absolutely lose.
Yeah.
So the goalie has to do something, right? The goalie has to block and clear and do something, or you cannot win. And it's always a big running joke that people think forwards do everything. It's not true. You got to do, if you want a championship, a goalie had to do something. Make a clutch block, make a clutch clear, make a clutch shot at some point along the way, or you don't win that championship.
Yep.
So,
ball containment is a big one for me. I love to see my goalie attacking that ball and keeping it in their zone and just blocking the slop and clearing the ball. Those are the three main things. I actually look at it and always tell my goalie, if you get a block, it's a bonus. My job is to pass through and score and play defense, on the 5. So that's kind of how I look at it. I put more pressure on the forward because I don't know. That's just how I've always done it.
You just closed out that game, Mike, and my vision's so horrible. Do you remember how you closed out the second game? Was it a long pull shot or
I think it was a sloppy pull shot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think
it was like
that
was
one
clean.
It went in the middle. It like the
cut back a little bit.
the short cut back on purpose though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was hitting that one a lot. So people try to race my pole a little bit, and Stelly's so fast back there. Her hands are fast, man. She's a great defender. So I felt like she was racing a little bit, because I think a lot of people know that I like to shoot middle, and I don't even care. Like, I'm totally fine with it because it makes me a better player, and that people know. And so I think that the strategy was to shoot some 1-inch and some cutbacks, because when people race me, when I see that defense, I try to key in on that. And I love shooting the pull shot because it gives me more time to read the defense. You're going one direction. I don't know.
I actually went in not knowing that you shot a lot of middles. Normally I go in, if I don't know a player, I don't ask for advice in the beginning, because a lot of times I can figure it out myself.
Yeah.
But midway, around this time, Brandon explained to me more about your defense. But I wasn't racing in the beginning. I was doing more baiting and different stuff. But I had to switch to 3 different types of defense, because the first 2 were not working. Then I switched to more a race. Kind of around this time, I think.
I love that. Go ahead, Mike, please.
I was just gonna say, a lot of people are starting to figure that out, and so I've sat in the office here, and I've been working on my long and stuff like that. So, and just picking the straight. I'm okay if people know I like the middle. I'll put my gummy hat on and be okay with that.
But you were picking the right holes too. The little between my men, it was perfect every time.
The chess match was really good. I felt like I would get on a roll, and then there would always be a point where I'd have to make the adjustment. I didn't just do my thing the whole time. You really took some percentages away from me. And like I said, I think it was 27 on both sides, but I think you had a lot of the blocks throughout the match versus Frank had some blocks in the stretch to make up to get to 27, I think.
So I want to rewind for a second. First of all, it's high level stuff to have 3 defenses. That's high level in itself for people that are watching and maybe don't play at that high level. Having multiple defenses, rotating through them, figuring out that's a real fun of being a defensive goalie. But Sully, I want to talk to you for a second. Brandon, during a mid game, walked up and was giving you some guidance. Do you remember what that was? Do you remember what he was telling you?
It was either to take my time on my shot or a different 5-bar defense, because it wasn't working for me.
Okay. When you get coaching like that, is it something that you put in your brain, you might think about it for a second, and if it makes sense, you'll absorb it and you'll try to do it? Or do you just kind of are you still focused on what you want to do? How do you receptive to coaching like that mid-game, mid-match?
Well, I guess for the 3-bar, it's I know I need to take my time. I appreciate it, but I knew that, so it just reminded me. A lot of times it's even good to remind me, because maybe I'm so caught up. But the 5-bar D, I definitely could have used advice, like anything. I don't care if I have to switch. If it's not working, I'll try whatever someone has to say.
Was that a split or a straight?
That was a 3/4.
Yeah, it was a split.
I should put my glasses on, you guys. This is getting bad. I'm like, what is happening here?
So we're trading blows right now, passing through and scoring on each other. There's a rare 5-bar block by myself. And then she does a hard wall pass, which she had not done a lot up until this point. She was doing smoothie walls.
Oh, you threw the rod, Sully. You threw the rod at Kronkowski. He's like 60 years old, man. How could you? So this is what he said. I try to block slow enough to make sure she looks so I can mind game her, but then she sped up. The quick shots from Sully is how we fell behind. Very, very, it's really, gratifying to hear that your strategy was working. He's getting ahead. Go ahead.
The mind games were working, but then I just have to just throw that out my head. Don't fall into that because I'm quick. So sometimes I'll just glitch out whenever this is so open and I know what he's doing. And
I feel that.
Don't even think about that and just go. And that kind of what I used to figure it out.
I got a really tight straight in there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say hi to Rich Cotter. What's up, Rich? He's saying hi in the chat.
Rich.
So Sullivan, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So did you watch my match against Jake and then kind of figure that smoothie wall was working really well against me?
Well, I watched a bit of it, and I don't typically look at the 5-bar D because everyone passes differently. So no, I didn't do too much on the 5. I was looking more at what you were doing offensively, if that makes sense. So I kind of just go off what's happening in the moment, trying to key off on something.
You weren't letting me get a second man up. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, I gotta get some pass. I gotta cancel some pass out. Stop something from getting through.
Are you guys switching?
Yeah, we switched a little bit.
Yeah, I think for me to block.
So then I can see different stuff on here.
Because whoa, we need to try something else.
Let's see here.
They were getting us confused at this point.
Yeah.
Because of the clothing.
Yeah. Oh, so this is 4-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see Frank's comment?
Let me see it. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Read it. If you don't mind reading it, Mike.
So Kronko said on Sunday, I asked Sully, because Sully and Kronko played pro doubles together. By the way, he really enjoyed it. We talked a lot on the phone today how much he enjoyed it, and he felt like he was playing a lot better by Sunday. And you guys were crushing it in pro doubles and made it to third, and who knows, could have gone all the way in a normal format. But Kronko said on Sunday, I asked Sully if everyone texted each other to quick shoot me.
Did not. No.
He's funny like that, Frank is.
We got a hi here from hello back. I think that's Korean. I'm not sure, but hello back. Let's see. We got long live Fremont Foos, M60 Tanker. Who are you? Is that Adrian Zamora? Is that Marv Puha? Who is this in Fremont? I'm assuming Fremont, California. Let us know who you are. And then we got this. Sully's pushes fire. Love it. It's all right. It wins sometimes. No, it's actually one of the best push shots. It's one of the best push shots.
I think Stelly made some really good timeouts in this game here. Like she got a pick up on the 5 and then she called a timeout.
Oh, I think
up there.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying I think it was really smart to kind of steal the ball, call a timeout. Not really, she's playing so good, get your forward back up there. And you guys just played so good as a team. Me and Frank played once before in 2015 in Vegas, I think it was. And that was our first time. And then we'd played this weekend. So, we did pretty good for the second time ever, but you could see the familiarity in the team, in the team of Sully and Stelly.
Mm-hmm.
We actually decided to play 20 minutes before it started.
I texted my mom. I was like, I don't really think I want to play open. I don't know. Should I? And she's like, yeah. was like, eh.
To get like more practice as like a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really haven't played like a lot like
Yeah.
tournaments together.
Yeah.
But we were just like, let's just do it.
Yeah,
Get some practice.
10 minutes before, I was like, here, go pay my entry fee, and then
just
like,
practice
yeah,
a
we'll just
little.
play. And it worked out.
like an intern. Here's my money. Wrap my rods for me, please.
So Frank just made the ball disappear to win that third game.
Yep.
And so we're going into or actually that would have been the fourth game. So I think it's 2-1.
Yeah. So here I was feeling the pressure. But I still didn't feel like we were gonna lose because I didn't think that we did much wrong. I think that they just got more possessions. It's not like I was getting trolled or like.
Yeah. At no point did you guys get overpowered in this match. Like there's just it was a really good back and forth battle.
Yeah,
Pretty much the whole time.
But definitely 2 games in a row, I was feeling uncomfortable. But
our first games, we were like, tweaking.
Yeah,
we weren't like super confident.
No.
We were like
just naturally nervous.
Yeah,
it's not even that I felt super nervous before it, but naturally you're just nervous even if you're not feeling it.
We just had to like tell ourselves just like hit it hard, stop like babying it.
Yeah.
So by this game, I kind of realized that she was keying in on that smoothie wall, and my plan was to not give her the wall. And
Dude,
then
I bailed to the wall, and she did an off the wall.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. She adjusted beautifully. You'll see in this game here.
Dude, that's when it's going to hell. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you're like, you know what, I'm not giving her any walls. The first pass is an off the wall stick lane. And you're like, this is not going well. This is going straight to hell.
Nice.
I love a challenge, man. And I knew that these girls were playing really good. And I knew that it would be a really excellent challenge. Nice hard wall pass. I was kicking myself on that one.
Yeah, I had
that was beautiful.
Throw the rod. Throw the rod. I love it. I've never seen this match. It's great. And so look, man, if I were to cut this table and cut the hands off, cut the bodies out, and just watch the play on the table, you really can't tell it's men versus women on a foosball table. You can't tell. I mean, the speed, the power, the accuracy, all the precision, the decision making, and that's like the beautiful thing about this, right? It's high level foosball all around.
Yeah, I agree.
So here
say hi to Mike.
We made some defensive changes, and it's seeming to work.
Describe them.
I slowed down my 5-bar defense. Like I'd stole one earlier, which I don't think I'd stole any until this game probably. Yeah, I just slowed down a bit.
Yep.
Tried to be tricky.
Yeah. I think this is when I switched to more of like a race defense. We both kind of.
Yeah, had to do something.
So when you see a race defense, Mike, sometimes a race defense can be an appeal to ego. Because if you shoot a spray, it's hard to race a spray, right? So it's hard to get blocked by. It's hard for certain defenses to block certain shots. But talk about what your response is to now getting like kind of like an anticipation /
That's right.
This is the defense that I like to shoot on. I feel like.
Okay.
Started doing those cut like in between the men.
But she wasn't just racing; like she was mixing it in, like a good goalie does, like some like segmented things. Where like the first couple seconds she'll give you, or he or she will give you a look, and then it'll change, and then it might go back to what they were doing initially. But there's always a plan, and Stelly is very structured defensively. So I knew that I had to try to have a good game plan, but I think that I was a little predictable shooting, just picking the holes and the timing. Like I was like 4 to 6 seconds, and I was usually like short, middle. You know, I'd like to see myself like a little bit more variation, like hit a few longs in a row. I was doing okay here.
I think even throwing like some rolling pulls, because I don't think he did like a rolling pull or a rolling straight. That would have changed.
Yep.
A bit of timing.
I saved the rolling for the 5th game, and so I hit one nice rolling in the 5th game, but I could have thrown it in there late in the 4th game probably, because I think I was having trouble. I had some possessions, and I just didn't really take advantage of them fully.
Mark Krause says hi, everybody. M60 Tanker is Jake Barnett, I think.
Hamburger. Mark Krause.
Oh. Worse.
So this is game 4, right? Is that where we are right now? Game 4? Okay.
Mhm.
Frank, what are you thinking, dude? Like, tell me what's going through your brain. You say game 4, they were a freight train. It's tight as heck. I think you guys are up by 1 right now.
Yeah, we definitely had some opportunities here.
Okay, it says the real Krause is not Mark Krause. I got it both wrong. And the M60 taker is Jake Cessna, my old buddy, Jake Cessna, not Jake Barnett. The real Krause, is that Natasha? I don't know who Krause is. The real Krause, what's up, whoever you are?
You call a timeout.
So in the stretch of this game here, I feel like there were some opportunities that maybe got away from us a little bit. I would have liked to see myself sit on the ball a little bit more in the stretch here, and maybe like key in on a long, or just take a little bit better advantage of the situation. I think I even dropped a pass here. Maybe if not this one, but the next one.
So now we switched.
There's one. Oh, no, that one.
So I got a hard wall, and then I think Sullivan blocked me here. Okay.
3-man defense. That's
I went all the way out to the corner, and then she was on it. Really great D. I mean, I'm good with that selection. I was shooting a lot of shorts and straights, and I go long when they switch.
Mm-hmm.
Just really good defense.
Yeah, so this point was really important for us to get.
I think it's still close.
Yeah, it's 3-3. It's tight right now.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, they need 2 more.
Wait, this is
Nice.
still that one.
Yeah.
Izzy.
It's about still in all of our matches when we switch, steal them and call it.
That's great.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice steal there from Stelly. So yeah, it's do or die. It's fourth game, 3-3. What's going through your head right here, Sullivan?
I was feeling confident that I would score this one, and then
we'd switch.
Steal another ball. Try to steal. I don't know if we had a second timeout here.
I think you had only.
Okay.
We just took one here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you had another timeout.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty confident on that, and then from there, probably switching again after getting it. I don't remember if I scored this one actually.
The thing about Frank Kronkowski at goal is that if he gets scored on in the clutch, he turns into like Todd Lafredo. Like he ends up getting like some really big blocks, and here he got a big block. Like when it matters most, he's gonna have really great defense. Yeah. The term like paid information, it like shines very true for Frank, and that was a beautiful pick, early pick, 1 inch, awesome pick. So to tie it up here, I go middle.
I was kind of doing the same thing on the 5 as I was on the in this defense, just kind of slowing. Oh, I did.
Kind of grabbed one in a little bit. So we got a meet nut here in the 4th game.
Yeah, this is good. All right, hold on. Who called the timeout?
I think Mike did.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
So is it 1-1 in timeouts? Is it 1-1 in timeouts?
I think we were out.
I think we are out actually.
Okay.
I think I called one earlier.
Yeah.
And then we called one when we switched.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it, Sully. It's like this is where the anxiety should be the highest. This is where if your heart rate goes up, it goes up right here.
I think actually my anxiety was the highest when we lost the 3rd game. Or even at 4-4 on the 1st game, honestly. 4-4 on the 1st game, I was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
But
now, have you not seen this? I got to pause it. Keep talking. Keep going.
Yeah. 4-4 in the 1st game, I was feeling the most nervous to just get that one. And then we lost the 2nd. Okay, then we lost the 3rd. And I was like, okay. So then I just took a walk and I went get some water and just get away from the whole situation and really think about that I've been here before and thinking about what it would feel like to lose again and that I just won't let that happen again. And then realizing that it wasn't that we were playing bad and that's why we lost the 2 games, but it's just because that they were getting more possessions than us. And so then I kind of got my confidence back, and on this ball, I was confident that we would close it for the game. So I felt okay.
So when you come back and now you put your hands on the rods in a second here, is it like, does your mind just get quiet now because you need to execute? Or you're not, I mean, you're not, because there's a real issue with overthinking, right?
Yeah,
Is that the headspace you're in right now?
Yeah, I knew what his 5-bar defense was doing. So it was more of, do I quick pass what's open right away, or do I pass at the guy after a few seconds? But then that's kind of me overthinking it. So if I'm just in go mode, which seemed to be working, and not dropping a pass because I'm babying it, like she was saying, what we kind of were doing at first, like just don't be scared and play as
just hit it
hard. Yeah. And that's just all I was thinking, is just don't baby it. Whatever you do, choose. It doesn't matter if you choose it wrong. Just don't baby it, because,
Yeah, you need to choose violence was what you need to do. Choose violence. All right, we got a question here. And before I press play again, why don't you go ahead and address that?
Sully gave a big straight hole for a whole moment against Mike's pull shot. Was it just to mess with him, or you knew that the pressure was? Well, there's kind of like a mind game with that, because we worked on a straight before. We worked on a pull straight, and I was showing him how I like to shoot my straight on the pull shot.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a toss up, because it's like, well, we just talked about it. So is he going to do it, or is he going to think I'm baiting it?
I love that.
I guess it's not silly, but it is definitely overthinking. I mean, it works.
It's something you think about, and in a big moment like that, sometimes it's good to give a ballsy defense and you take the risk, and sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit,
Yeah. And I knew I wasn't going to race. Honestly, I knew I wasn't going to race you. So just did something different than Isabel and slowed it down.
I liked it. I thought maybe a roll up straight would be good, and I was looking for it, and I took a few extra sets too when you switched. And I was kind of reading it, and I was gonna go for it. Then I was like, no, I just need to like do the smart thing, sit on it, and read the whole.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say, because a lot of people think it's not smart to do a roll up and shoot. But if you are checking it, like every time you roll up, you're seeing, is a straight there? Okay, next ball is a straight there.
Yeah.
Then you set it up, then that's smart. But obviously, if you're just like, I'm just going to do it, then sitting would be probably better.
That's what I do, and that's why I've never won an open doubles state championship.
So
no data.
Frank called. I'm on the phone with him here. His screen was freezing up, so he just wanted me to say that he was really impressed with the way that Sullivan was picking her shots when like off the roll, and also just like the quick looks that she was taking. She would hit the rolling from different spots too, that we had noticed.
Yeah.
And there was a point where we talked about it, and I said, hey, when the roll is a little slower and it's like middle dot, she's looking for that to stretch the goal the halfway to the long, because I've seen you do that before too, and it's deadly. It's a really good read, because your roll, the way that you set it up, it's the same every time, and you just kind of like lull them into an expectation that it's just going to be a set and then a set. And then when you least expect it and it's open, you really go for it, and you're fast, so you can make it work. And so we had talked about that a little bit, but Frank just wanted to give you some roses for picking the rolling at different spots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to press play here in a second. I want to take 10 seconds to discuss that, because I rave about it every time you hear me talking about the mechanics of a great set shot. Is you get in your shooting stance and you set the ball up in your shooting stance, and you're a threat the entire time to shoot the ball. And why that's different, and a lot of people, especially novice players, even a lot of pro players, they don't get it, is a goalie, you want two pieces of information. You want where and when. And if you have one of those pieces of information, you're halfway there. So when you not in your shooting stance, you set the ball up and you get your shooting stance afterward, you've given away the when. You're no threat to shoot until the ball's set up. So Sully, that's an incredible thing that you do that I wish more people learn from it. Your dad does it exceptionally well as well. Lafredo does it. The great set shooters, that's what they do. They get in their shooting stance, then they set the ball up, and then they shoot. I'm going to press play here because we need to get that was a great kind of interlude, but I wanted to hear your thoughts about what's happening before a big point. This is championship point for Stahl and Kronkowski in game 4 of this match.
And I put my head down a bit just to slow down my mind, like we had talked about. Just breathe for a second. And see, I didn't make the pass, but I hit it like I wanted to, and I ended up catching it. If I would have babied it, he would have caught it.
Boom. Yeah, that was great, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, I felt like the lane was coming here because she established the wall really early, and I felt like she knew that I knew that she was changing, and she was looking wall a little bit, but then started hitting the off the wall, and I just had a feeling that in the stretch that she would maybe hit it on 3-3 or 4-4, and so you could see I got a man on it, but yeah, she hit it really, really firmly and with confidence, and so she was able to get it through with a beautiful pick to shoot too. Really good quick look.
Yeah,
This was really fun.
I haven't done really many rolling long or quick longs, I don't think, besides from the roll. So I figured that wouldn't be too bad.
Depends on that. It depends on your interpretation of quick. Like he'll shoot on 3, so you shot there on a half. Okay.
Yeah, right. 4 seconds is long for me, so.
Stelly, I got to ask you. So you play? I don't know if you play a lot with Brandon. We all assume you do. Brandon is like a complete monster from the 2-bar. Everything is. Let me reel in a little bit. Everything seems to be done within 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Like the shit's powerful, on goal, and with all kinds of like flair in 8 seconds or less. Do you think that feeds off of you a little bit? Because you get on that roll too, right? Not much is ever at 15, right?
I think I do. I still have to like tell myself like slow down or like be smart about stuff, but it's hard.
Yeah.
We play like that all the time when we play at home. It's just like quick, fast, everything we do.
Yeah.
And then me and Sully play him a lot too, like in our local. So our match before that was like very difficult because we were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, like he knows how to get in our head. He knows how to do everything. It's like we're so.
We might bring you guys on with him and talk about that match. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Okay, Mike. Here we go, dude. What's happening? Tell me. Talk to me.
Starts. I know how this starts.
Sully's in the goal right now.
Yeah.
So I did a nice little slicer,
nice.
just to give a different look, and then I went second man on the 5-bar because I think I established the lane really good, and I just kept reading it and I saved it, and I figured, hey, maybe I'll see if it's working in the 5th, and then just a beautiful pick right there, long push.
Another lane, yeah.
I think we went tick for tack here.
Never there.
Maybe she got a block here.
I did get a block. I think it went in. But no, I was feeling pretty confident going into this game. We finally found it. Oh, yeah, another one.
This match is good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that was stupid. Ooh. Yeah, see that now I'm trying to get it over with. You can tell. Like I'm trying to just get it over with and
no. See, I knew that pole kick pass was coming too because I've watched them play before.
Yeah.
And she's really sneaky with it, and so I'm surprised I caught it. But I knew that it would come at some point.
Yeah, that's smart.
Very sneaky. I think Frank.
I think
Frank scores one here in the 5th game.
Yeah. We switched and he made one, I think.
Yep. I was worried too. I was like, it's a different defense.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're gonna bang.
We didn't even talk about it either.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Of course.
Thank God I came back to you.
One thing that I like to see from Stelly is just the way she sets the ball. She it's like Brandon. Like she moves it so quick and it comes to a dead stop and gets a look right off of it. And you don't see that from a lot of players, men or women. You don't see like the quick set on either side and then just like surveying, and then just making the pick.
Yeah, it's hard to follow.
Yeah, every time reset and I'm always like reading what's open, if the straights are. It's always reading.
Really good straight there. That was a great pick, and she's picking here within a few seconds.
Yeah, I think I told myself to stay on the wall here, and I wait, no, not this. It's another one. It's another one.
It's like they're there, and you're just not hiding.
Yeah. That I hate that when the pass is just above your man every time. It's like, what's wrong with me?
So I feel like the 5-bar battle is like tick for tack, but I think here in the stretch she scored more. you know.
I don't know what happened.
I got stuffed here. Or not. Oh, it
Oh.
wasn't a stuff, but
Yeah.
it was a.
It's like a
Kind of rattle around.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I do it too.
Nice hard wall.
Oh.
No.
That was an interesting. That was like a kind of like a spray. Like it wasn't really. He didn't really put a lot behind that. Did you notice that?
I think I said I was gonna stay on the wall. Wait, no, it's not this one. It's not this one. Wait, come on, where is it?
Oh my
no,
god.
okay, it wasn't this
Okay,
one
see,
either.
another steal. She's always catching them like that.
It wasn't that one.
But it's pressure whenever your partner steals it or passes it to you. You're like, oh, I have to shoot it now. I have to pass it now.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. You're like, oh, well, you make him look bad. It's a beautiful pass. Now I got to score.
I know.
I lied. Better pass and score this ball.
So I think I got caught up in like a quick set in the 5 here. Like I tried 3 passes in a row that were pretty quick, and I do that sometimes.
Mhm.
It's kind of a bad habit. Like I need to get into my set again and just
Reset.
let the clock reset and just work it a little bit better. But all the credit to her defense. Like the switch was really good. The defense was great. Good timeout and a good little swap here. And then you'll see me and Frank for the first time switching here, which Frank was like, I'm a full-time goalie. There's no way. You better stay up there. And I was like, no, we need to switch, dude. Like, let's give her some different defense. And then
dude, also when you switch defensively in the 5 bar, it messes with people because the timing, the look, the men are moving differently. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I gotta start over again.
So I felt bad. We shouldn't have switched on that because I let that one in.
And look at the question was timely. Look at Krause's question. Did you think of a defensive switch? Yeah, you just did.
So we passed through and we answered, though. I was a little bit frustrated, and so I'm like, man, I need to get this through, and I need to tie it up and force overtime. So, all the credit to the defensive play that I think made the difference here in the stretch for them to go up. That steal in the 5.
You can't. Here's the thing with your 5 bar. You really can't. With the way Sully picks, you really can't just stand. You can't just stay in one place for any duration, especially in her first reads, because you're dead in the water. If you're in one place, it's so intuitive. If you're in one, when she starts her first read after the drop, if you're one place for too long, you're dead, dude. It's done. It's already through. It's a second man lane pass or a wall pass. You got to be moving right when she starts reading. You can mess with Tony like that too, but he'll just burn you. Or Tommy, you're burning on the wall.
Here's a big one here from Frank. Yeah. Like he saw that I missed my lane pass, and he knew that I was feeling the heat, and so he knew right when to score. And he's good at that. Good at reading his partner. He knew I needed one back there.
Sully, I'm gonna brick your 5 bar. You wait till I play you. I'm gonna brick your 5 bar. Brick you.
Nice.
Ultimate battle.
Sully got a good pickup here. What are you thinking right here, Sully?
I was still feeling confident because we had the lead up.
I think she scored like 6 in a row at this point or something.
Yeah, I paused it.
On the 3, I was like, I was pretty confident. And so we're up here. So it's our game point. So we're in the lead this whole time, and then it ends up switching over, which you'll see. But yeah, I was feeling confident. I think we decided we're going to switch again. I don't know if we had timeouts.
I think we had one left.
Yeah, we had one left. So yeah, I was feeling confident that she'd get a steal or I'd get a block, and hopefully we could end it out.
Where we at? No.
Franco said the zone was rough. I should have did a little Hiltner and set it in the mid lane for Banks just to change it up.
Yeah, that might have been good. Just a short. I want to make sure we got Foosball Clubs USA being recognized in the top left corner. Mike is a big part of that organization. And so let's see what they're doing out there and support Foosball Clubs USA. Also, a quick shout out for the $10,000 Great Lakes Classic. You see it scrolling on the bottom, October 10th to the 13th in Lansing, Michigan, at the Hilton Garden Inn. There will be a flyer coming out soon. But it's coming out. How far out is that flyer, Mike? When are we getting that flyer?
So I'm hoping to get the flyer out in the next 10 days or so. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out the format for this. Do we go Swiss? Do we follow the Tornado World Series and do what my heart really wants to do, which is what I think is best for foosball? Or do we not risk it? Do we do the traditional package where we run all the events and we do it that way? So there's a couple options we have for software. We could go Coral. We could go IFP. You know, like there's some things that we could do. You know, I'm always my loyalty is within what I think is what's best for the sport. And to be honest with you, like it's Swiss, and so I'm torn. But we will have a format once I get it approved. It's got to be voted on through the board for Foos Clubs. But once it gets voted on, we will have a flyer put out really soon. I've got a schedule that I've made for if we go this way, and I've got one if we go this way. So I've got some options, and I'm looking at them right now.
Okay, let me pause you. Sully and Stelly, you just won an open doubles championship using the championship format.
Mhm.
This is really off the cuff and on the spot. Mike brought it up, man. Are you guys fans of Swiss or fans of, I mean, or what do you, if you had a pick, and I want you to think one more part of your calculus. You're very exposed in this particular event. You're exposed in a 2 out of 3. I'm sorry, at a double elimination. Not to say you wouldn't have still held the winner's bracket and won. So I'm going to, because we got to press play and see how this ball ends. Sully, championship format or Swiss for Michael Stahl? If you had to pick, if you were voting, where would you vote?
I prefer Swiss.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking
Like the
about
qualifying rounds?
Are you talking about like
Well, like-
double elimination or just?
No, championship format or Swiss, like 5 or 6 qualifying rounds, and then Stelly, what's your vote?
I think Swiss because it helps with. Well, for women's, the seedings are kind of weird.
Yeah.
And with championship, it's like it's gonna be a weird seeding and stuff right now. But with Swiss, like
You play for your seed.
you play for your seed.
Yeah. And you also get warm-up rounds. I mean, I don't like to call them warm-up because I still try to win them.
Yeah.
But I'm nervous. And
Yeah, it kind of
get your
puts the nerves
out.
off.
Yeah, because
right
by
after.
the time we're playing quarterfinals, I'm like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Let me give
ready.
you my two. Let me tell you my 2 reasons, and we got to move forward. I would vote Swiss 100%, and here's why. I played my first Swiss event at the Tornado World Series. I don't practice. Never. I haven't practiced in 30 flipping years. I got to play a lot of foosball. I got to get really warm on the table. I get to get all tuned up. If I would have, and I did, I won the first round. We qualified, won our first round, and we had to forfeit our second round to your dad because I had to go do commentary. Well, no, it doesn't matter. What matters is I felt like I played a lot of foosball, and I felt like I was ready to play. I felt like I played a lot of good foosball against a lot of different people, had a great experience, and then it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I felt like I was so good playing because I played so much. And so there's kind of a fallacy. Do I want to play 10 events and like play and go 2, go 2 and out and 4 of them or whatever? No, I want to play a lot of foosball. I don't care what the event's called. Anyway, that's plenty. Let's so
let me just say one quick thing. Frank commented. He said, "Here's my story. I just want to make sure someone reads it. I played only 2 events and lost 2 matches all weekend, both on match point, and took a second and a third." He says he's still undecided on format. We might need this for a year and see what happens. But for me, my personal opinion is Swiss is the superior format. You get a break for lunch. You get to finish the event the same day. And it's better because you get to schedule the finals. And if we want to make this sport a true spectacle and have people scheduled to watch the matches even live from home, like it's nice to be able to organize that just as a promoter too, because I've ran my state tournament for 3 years now, and this will be my 4th in October. But I think things are going to change, and I like to see that Mary's changing a little bit and she's trying new things. That's really nice to see.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move forward, but I got to do this because Krause is in Venice, and he's asking a question. What about your Invitational Pro Tournament, Mark? How do you call it again? That's a completely different animal, my friend.
Ironman.
I have different versions. I have the Ironman. I have the Masters Invitational. I got the Thunderdome. It's all the same principle. It's Swiss. It's a 64 limited bracket. I could fill that bracket anytime I want. It's easy to fill, and people pay a lot of money to play in it. It's a whole different universe, though. But I think that my format kind of solves for a lot of the issues because I do race to 10s in my qualifying rounds, so it cuts the match times down. So one of the issues you have is if you go 2 out of 3 Swiss, you have like all these 30-minute rounds. Well, my rounds were like 20 minutes or less because I raced to 10s. So I had 7 qualifying rounds. Anyway, brother, we'll have an episode on that. We got to see, people who are watching this are dying to see how this match ends. So let's go. Let's see this. We got boom. You press play. Your 3-second read on the middle is probably a little bit longer, Sully.
Yep.
First.
Yeah.
So that's a good timeout. The pressure's on us. They're up. I'm just thinking, take a good read on the 5. Don't quick pass, and like really value this possession, because it could go down to the last point. But these next 3 or 4 possessions are going to be really telling, you know.
I think we decided for me to switch back front because I was blocking, but we kept getting like slops in. So even though I was blocking, it still wasn't working. So I think we decided to switch back for Isabel to get back in defense.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, we're out.
I thought that was 1.
Do you find it easy to switch back and forth, Izzy, from goalie to forward, forward to goalie? Is that easy for you?
Yeah. I think I play a lot of like high level matches because of mixed against players, Brandon. So playing against a lot of these forward masters and different stuff, I do well, like defensively on the 5 sometimes, or defensively overall. I play really well against them most of the time. So switching, yeah, I enjoy switching a lot because you can't always. You need to see if something else is going to work. I mean, you can't just keep letting the same thing happening over and over again. You got to change it somehow.
Kronkowski said, once it was 5-5, I went into safety mode and passed more. It's interesting.
So I just switched to my snake shot here. I think I just lost a little bit of confidence, and I probably should have set up my pole. But I got blocked, and then Sullivan gets a possession. She's got a match point to close it here. Frank gets in front of it.
Oh, yeah, I have a few match points, I believe. And you can tell I'm just trying to close it and not really. I was thinking, like, I was picking the straight right.
Did you do a far wall pass?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I think Frank scores this.
Not this one, but I have more shots to win, actually.
That's right.
Yeah, so here I'm looking for the straight, which, watch, wide open. Wide open. I timed it wrong. I do it again. It was there. I'm just not picking right. His mind games were working there. But I think it's because it was game point. I'm having my memories of losing to my dad. I was dizzy. My legs were shaking.
Yeah, we were both like, every time she would have the ball on match point, I would like take a deep breath. And every time I'd have it in the back, like now, she would take a deep breath.
It's like we're breathing for each other. We're
like
the same mind.
We're like, just chill.
Yeah. And we didn't have timeouts. So, I mean, we were really having to, it really felt like we were breathing for each other, or like just thinking in each other's heads, like, just calm down. Calm down, breathe.
Yeah.
Just
every time
like
she'd have it, I'd be like,
yeah.
And every time she would have it, she would breathe.
And the feeling I had, like shooting it, was the exact feeling I had the first time I had a chance to win. And then I got blocked and lost the ball. And I am in my head, I'm like, this cannot happen again. To have a shot again and to lose again would just be, man, I don't even know. That would have been terrible. Because we had it, I mean, obviously. And then I felt bad, too, because she's getting these blocks on the game point, and I'm like, can't close, which I usually don't have trouble closing. But I think I was literally overthinking. I was trying to be too smart instead of just banging it like I would usually do.
I think one of the last points, I was like, don't overthink it. Just set it up and hit it as hard as you.
That's what she said. She was like, just bang it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to be so, analytical?
As soon as you see it, just hit it.
That's all I needed to do.
This may be the most educational and illuminating part of this whole analysis and presentation. And I'll tell you why. There are some great friends of mine who I love dearly, who are some of the most prolific second place finishers of all time. They consistently took second place. And at some point there was a trauma introduced, and all the things you're explaining happen like a recurring traumatic experience. Like all the feelings, but we're talking, I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but there's some, I know some people that have taken in high level majors, going back to the 70s, taking second place over and over and over. And unfortunately, the sense of anxiety and the sense of stress, and it was that moment replaying itself over and over and over that seized them up when they needed to execute, and they didn't overcome that thing. And so there's plenty to learn right here from this dialogue right now. And I want to say, keep one simple thing that you point out to. It was Ryan Moore in a Foos Talk radio show 2-3 years ago, who said, one of the things I do to manage, I asked all these masters the same thing. You're a finisher, you close in the championship rounds. How do you do it? And Ryan said, and all these masters have different answers for it. And they're all, but Ryan said exactly what you said. He said, I'm not going to go out flat and like soft. I'm going to hit the thing hard. I'm going to know that when I executed something, when the pressure was on, I did it with force and momentum and intention, because I'm not going to go to sleep that night having lost and thought, I didn't hit that with like ferocity.
It's like when you get into like super high pressure moments, you're like overthinking it. Like, I have to catch this, I have to do it, instead of just like just hit it, like hit it and catch it. Like,
yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, don't just baby it.
It's a big deal to becoming a champion, and as we continue to play this, very few people win at the highest levels in any sport. It doesn't matter, tennis or pool. There's like a small 1% population that win. It's because they overcome that stress and anxiety. So let's watch some more of this.
Yeah, so at this point, I'd mis-executed. I didn't do what I wanted to do, and I don't typically do that, where I just kind of can't close. And look, another shot. And I could tell I wanted it too bad at the moment. I wanted it too bad. Like, I had to chill out because I had it right here. It was right here, It was so close.
But yeah, I kind of felt similarly too, because Frank put one right on my 3-bar. It slipped back. You got the ball. He put another one on my 3-bar.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it. I think I had a few drop passes right there. I kind of shanked one. It went to my 3-bar, and I'm thinking, I need to make the most of this possession.
Yeah, we were both.
So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Yeah, I look at it. I'm not even. We're like a week removed. I feel stress.
Yeah.
Right. I feel emotionally like, holy crap. What's that? Yeah. I could see you guys both mis-executing, and so we're talking about micro muscle movements, right? Because it's foosball, and every little thing, these little muscles in your hands, your fingers, and your wrists are tightening up, and the breathing shallowing, and you're like the control is completely different. Like you're losing your legs beneath you.
So weird. So weird, especially just like not getting dizzy, but it's like my eyes are just kind of blurred.
Yeah.
And I always get nervous and stuff, but I don't typically miss 5 game point shots. Like I'm gonna score one of them.
Yeah.
So you could just tell I wanted it that bad.
This is really good. This is really illuminating and valuable.
So nice block there.
Yep.
Thank you.
So Isabel, what were you thinking there when I went to my snake? Just curious.
I was kind of more like rather you shoot your snake, because I think I blocked your snake.
You did. You blocked it really good.
I was a little bit confused.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I just lost confidence. Like I got blocked a few times in a row, and I think I go back to my pull here though.
And then you made it long, I'm pretty sure.
Was it, or did he score it off the back?
I think he scored this one. No, maybe not. I don't know.
No, I think he scored. But yeah, now at this point, I'm like, just give me the ball one more time. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I can't believe you did that.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I could feel my heartbeat in my ears. I remember that. Oh, I swear, it's so weird, but I remember feeling them up here, like my ears were hot. Usually, I feel bad, but oh god,
it was getting hot in there though. Yeah,
it was.
We were all like,
yeah.
I don't think I ever sweat like that when I was. It was like it was just hot. I don't know if it's just the moment or it was just.
Yeah. Oh, he
combination.
Said stop breathing at 4:3. I did too. I literally did. God, felt like
you seem like you're feeling it. You're reliving it right now.
Yeah, I'm like fidgeting. Yeah, so here I'm like, great, bro. Look, and now I scored. I mean, even if I do score this one, he still gets the ball, and I'm like, well, I just put myself in a position. Another.
He was playing good at the end, though.
Yeah.
He was getting some clutch
Yeah.
blocks.
So give me a second. What is tied right now? Is it win by 2? What are the rules right now, man? How does
Ceiling
it
of
go?
8.
It's over.
Huh?
So, yeah.
It's gonna go to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes to 8. Okay.
So now I hate this position because it's not technically win by 2 anymore.
It's
just
whoever gets
whoever
to-
gets.
Yeah.
I hate this so bad.
I think it,
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he is. Or maybe.
I think.
I was feeling confident on
Okay,
the
we
defense.
made this one. No,
No, I think they do. Oh, that was
they
crazy.
made this one. We made the next one,
Yeah.
and then last.
That's why we were
that-
screwed.
Hey! Spoiler alert!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've never
So
seen
here's
it.
the rolling poll
He made
that I
it.
was saving.
Yeah,
Let's get fun
Save
of
that
it.
rolling
So
pool.
now if she scores, I still hold the serve to win. And
Yeah,
so
so
I was feeling really confident at this point. Like
Mhm.
I felt really good.
at this point, I didn't even take a second to say ready before.
Oh, look at you with the rebound.
Yeah.
You panic shot the rebound and
He was
scored.
like,
Yep.
This is it. This is a championship point.
I didn't even take time to think between them because I was just ready
Yeah.
to go.
I was just telling Stelly, be confident,
Yep.
steal this ball, pass and score the next one.
Yep. Okay, so I got one block.
Oh my god. I've never seen
So
this.
here I rushed that
Ah.
scoop down a little bit. That's
Dude, and there wasn't, dude, for me, there wasn't a ton behind that wall, dude. There
Yeah.
wasn't a ton behind
Yeah.
it.
That
So,
was also a risk to take because I'd been doing it and it was open. I was like, do I just do it right off the roll? Or do I take my time on the 5? And it worked.
That's like
but I
something
was-
when you like feel it, you're just
Yeah,
like,
I did feel it. I was scared to do it a bit. I was thinking of it when I caught it at the far wall. I was thinking, do I just roll down and do it? Or is that too risky? But I just felt like it would have worked.
I'm gonna press play. Here we go. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, so I can explain this. So I'm looking at a certain hole and I waited too long to take it the first try.
Yeah.
So you'll see that, I don't want to spoil it, but I get blocked on this one. I took too long to pick the hole that was wide open, so then I watched.
just sat it up and boom.
Yeah, right when I saw it.
Wow, man. There's history being made.
Yep.
Right.
And then
there,
like,
man.
passed out.
Oh.
I could not even believe that we did it.
Look at- that's like overcoming all kinds of potential. I mean, that's like the stress relief.
Yeah,
Unbelievable stress relief. Right.
especially because I had shots, and if we would have lost that.
You guys are, and look at Mike and Gracious and Frank.
Yeah, they were
Very
great.
gracious.
So nice.
In all the humility and you know, come over there. See, Mike's the best.
Oh yeah, I would have had to leave the room. I'm gonna be honest, not in an ugly way, but I couldn't have handled. So that's impressive that you can just be like that.
well, you know, I didn't want to, but I felt like you guys deserved the. Of course, like when you lose, like I get heated too. Like I was a little bit. I was sad because I wanted that just as much as you guys did, but
Mhm.
I knew what the moment meant, and I knew how special it is, and I think it really taught me a big lesson to be a better sport because there's been times where I haven't been that gracious, and to be honest with you, I've so much respect for you both as people, not just players. And so it was truly an honor to be on the stage and have all those players watch and for it to be that close. I mean, it's special, you know. So I feel like that's an experience that we all get to take with us for the rest of our careers, and you know, to be able to experience that it's just really cool. So heck yeah, I'm gonna give you guys your roses and say, hey, great match, and give you a hug and tell you I'm proud of you, because I am. I mean, it was a big moment in history for lady players everywhere, and you know, you guys earned it. So that's how it was meant to be. You know, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, that was big. I couldn't have done that. Not because I'd be mad at you, but I just have too much emotions in the moment. You know.
Yeah, always a little second.
Yeah.
Well, Kronkowski says, same here, Mike. Glad to be a part of it. We're at the tail end of this, and there's so much to absorb, and this is worth watching multiple times. There's tons of analysis. That's fine. And there's like defensive switching, and there's like decision making, and even analyzing some of Mike's decision making at certain points just to become better foozers. But I think the biggest the part for me that I hope people take from it is it happens over and over and over in championship point, like when the heat is the it's an old saying, like when the moment comes, do you define the moment, or do you let the moment define you? If you let the moment define you, you've fumbled, you've folded, you've allowed the moment to decide what you're going to be. But if you take control of that moment, you've decided, you've defined what the moment's going to be, the experience. That's a big thing. That's how champions become champions and remain champions. They overcome that. I think there's a ton of learning from that. So I guess as we get to the tail end here, I don't know, do you guys have any closing things you want to say about the experience and going forward, what it means going forward, and what you're going to do going forward?
I'll just say this real quick. I don't think that any 4 players on that table were necessarily like got caught up in the moment to the point where we didn't play our best game. I think that this was just a matter of who was going to get the last possession, and I'm okay with it. Like
it was 8-7. It wasn't like you collapsed and caught the ball up 5 times in a row and got destroyed. I mean, that's what happens. Like, there
were some things that I would maybe tweak a little bit, but there's not much I would change. And I'm just so proud of those 2 girls across the table, man. They killed it. It was pretty special to see that.
Yeah. For me, it still hasn't hit me yet, and it's not because we won as 2 women. I mean, obviously it's the first, and that's really cool. But I don't see it. I don't think of it when I'm playing. I don't think like we're at a disadvantage. I just naturally don't. But just being so close this many times, and for her, this is her first. So for her to play that well in her first open doubles final, that in itself is cool. And then for me to finally do it after being so close and being so devastated, I feel like it opens a new door, because I feel like people may think, oh, well, we finally got it, so we can just cross that off. And
it's like we're not going to just stop there. We're going to keep trying for bigger tournaments.
Yeah. Like, I think that opens the door even more. I mean, we knew we could do it, but it's just doing it. And now, okay, I think we could have beat any team. Some people making comments about who was there and who wasn't, but I think we would have beat any team just the way we were playing. And I say that confidently.
Yeah, I mean, and defensively, I play a lot of the Masters a lot too in mix, so that also gives us an advantage.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going in not playing any of these dudes ever. I mean, I've played them and mixed a bunch of times, been able to block them. I mean, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I had said too before we even decided to play. I was like, we have a chance. I mean, in mix, she literally plays everyone and she blocks everyone. They won Worlds. They won the last 2 They won the World Series and the Tornado World Championships. She's not, and she gets up there and steals Tony's pass. Like, it's not that she's just not. She doesn't know what she's doing back there. No, and she shoots it as hard as anyone else too. So I mean, I knew we could do it. It just to be able to beat all of the Masters at one tournament. You can beat one of them at this tournament and one of them at this, but to do it at the same tournament,
to string them all together, to string all the wins together is really tough. Like, it's one thing beating one great team. I mean, look at the bracket they had. I didn't have like a super crazy bracket like that, and I felt like you guys had fought through really tough teams, and you just it should have went this way. And so it's good that it did.
So we'll close on this. There will be naysayers, and there will be haters, and there will be people, and I've heard them. They're not on. Some of them are on social media, but they're not all on social media. They'll whisper about how this wasn't a win, and I will tell you that everyone doing that so far, none of them have open double state championships. None of them do. You know why? Because they're very difficult to win in any era. It doesn't matter what era you're in, because guess what? When you get to that last team fought their way to get there, and both teams deserve to be there. And you can't take anything away from this win. It's a great win. Congratulations. You guys have made history. I confirmed that before I was ever going to address you guys. I made sure that it was the first time a woman team won open doubles, and other women great players like Cindy Head are very, very congratulatory, because they didn't ever do this. So it's an incredible championship win. I'm very proud and grateful for you guys to come on the show and analyze it There's a lot to learn. Like I said, this will be watched. It'll be watched thousands of times. We got Foosball Clubs USA in the upper left corner. We got the $10,000 Great Lakes Classic coming October 10th to the 13th, Lansing, Michigan. We're going to have a flyer out within, I don't know, let's just be conservative, say like 10 days, 2 weeks. We'll have a flyer. You got to make sure you go to that event. And hey, man, I'm going to find another reason to bring all of you back for something else and talk about it. All right.
So Frank, one last thing. Frank says, I raise my glass to you two, even though it's coffee.
We won't read the last comment because I don't think it's coffee. He said an Asian woman won an open singles once in Malaysia. Okay, that's amazing, Frank. Frank, thank you for joining us, man. I forgot about you.
Frank's the best, man. He's a legend. More people need to be calling his phone more top players because he's a fantastic goalie.
I enjoyed playing with him a lot, actually. We had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs for sure. I think if it wasn't championship format, I think we would have came back and took it, but still, like, I don't mind the format. So,
all right, last thing. What's the next event we're going to see you two at? Sully and Stelly?
Nationals.
Mike, where are you going next?
Yeah,
I want to say the big one.
The Great Lakes?
Big one.
Worlds is next for me, man, in Lexington.
All right. Okay, party people. That's the show. It'll be on twitch.tv/InsideFoos TV. Twitch, yes. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Facebook. And it'll be on Inside Foos Facebook. It'll be archived. That's the show. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we'll see you the next time on Pandemonium.